Claire Thompson was stocking shelves at Savemore supermarket when she heard desperate crying. From aisle 7, she found a little girl, maybe 6, sitting on the floor with hands pressed over her ears, rocking and clutching a stuffed fox. Shoppers walked past quickly, some staring, some looking away. One woman muttered, "Where are her parents?" Claire knelt nearby, recognizing the signs immediately. Her younger brother was autistic, and she'd seen sensory meltdowns like this hundreds of times. "Hi, sweetheart. My name is Claire. Everything is too loud and bright right now, isn't it?" The girl's rocking slowed slightly. Claire stood and turned off the overhead fluorescent lights using the employee override, then positioned herself between the child and gawking customers. "What's your name?" "Sophie," the child whispered. "Sophie, are you here with someone?" "Daddy, we got separated. Too many people and noise, and I couldn't find him." Claire guided Sophie through breathing techniques and grounding exercises she'd learned with her brother. "Can you tell me 3 things you can see, 2 things you can hear, 1 thing you can touch?" Sophie's breathing calmed. They walked through the store until Claire saw a man frantically talking to the manager. "She's 6 years old. She's autistic." She was right beside me and suddenly gone. "Daddy." Sophie ran to him. He scooped her up, tears streaming. "Thank God. I was so scared. Claire helped me." She made it quieter. The man looked at Claire with overwhelming gratitude. "You found her. She was having sensory overload. I just made the environment calmer. I have an autistic brother. I recognize the signs. Excuse me." Claire's manager Patricia stormed over. "Did you just turn off the lights in aisle 7? "Yes, ma'am. The little girl was having. I don't care. You disrupted the store. You're fired." Effective immediately, Claire felt the world tilt. She'd worked at Savemore for 3 years, slowly paying off her mother's medical bills. She needed this job, but couldn't regret helping Sophie in the parking lot. The man jogged after her. "I'm David Fitzgerald, CEO of Fitzgerald Industries. I'd like to offer you a job as Sophie's support specialist, someone who understands autism, who can help her navigate overwhelming situations. Teach me to be a better father. Full-time, benefits, salary 3 times what you were making. I'm not certified. You have lived experience. You saw my daughter in distress and helped without hesitation. That's who I want supporting Sophie. Claire helped me when everyone else was scared." Sophie added quietly, "I want her to stay with us." Claire looked at the girl who'd cost her a job, but was offering something better. "Yes, I'd be honored." Over the following weeks, Claire taught Sophie coping strategies and advocated for her needs, explaining to David that his daughter wasn't misbehaving. She was navigating a world not designed for her sensory needs. "You need to warn her before transitions. Autistic people need time to prepare. What seems spontaneous to you feels like chaos to Sophie." David listened and learned. He stopped trying to make Sophie act normal and started accommodating her needs. "You've changed our lives," David told Claire 3 months later. "I finally understand my daughter. I've been trying to fix her when she needed acceptance. Sophie doesn't need fixing. She needs support and understanding." Claire's role expanded beyond Sophie. She consulted on accessibility initiatives, educated David's HR team, helped design sensory-friendly spaces in his company offices. Somewhere between teaching Sophie and educating David, Claire found herself falling in love with both of them. And David was falling too. "I'm in love with you," David admitted one evening. "You're the most extraordinary person I've ever met. You made my daughter's life better. I'm in love with you too." "But David, Sophie comes first. Always." "Agreed. Sophie first. Always." They dated carefully for a year. Sophie was delighted. "Does that mean Claire will stay forever?" 2 years after meeting in a supermarket aisle, David proposed quietly at home, with Sophie present. "Will you officially become Sophie's mother and my wife?" "Yes," Claire said through tears. At their wedding, Sophie served as flower girl, wearing noise-canceling headphones decorated with flowers. During the reception at a sensory-friendly venue, David gave a toast. "3 years ago, my daughter had a meltdown in a supermarket. One person stopped a shelf stocker who recognized autism, who knew how to help. Claire got fired for turning off lights to reduce sensory input. I told her, 'You work for me now.' I thought I was offering a job. I was meeting the woman who would change our lives." Claire's toast was humble. 3 years ago, I was living paycheck to paycheck. Then I heard a little girl crying. I helped Sophie and got fired. David offered me a job because he recognized that understanding autism through lived experience matters. Working with Sophie has been the greatest honor of my life. David gave me a job when I lost one for doing the right thing. They both gave me a family. Years later, Sophie would tell her version. When I was 6, I got lost in a supermarket. Everything was too loud, and I sat down and cried. Everyone walked past me except Claire. She made the lights quieter and helped me breathe. Then she got fired for helping me. Daddy hired her. Now she's my mom, my real mom, who understands that I'm autistic, and that's okay. Claire saved me in the supermarket, then saved me every day after. Asterisk.